US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has advised Iran-backed militias and other foreign fighters to leave Iraq as the country edges closer to defeating Islamic State.
Iranian militias that are in Iraq, now that the fight against Daesh and ISIS is coming to a close, those militias need to go home. Any foreign fighters in Iraq need to go home.
Well, the Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi's office was quick to respond, stressing that no one has the right to interfere in Iraq's affairs. The phrase, however, didn't come directly from the Prime Minister, but instead a so-called source close to him. Rex Tillerson arrived in Baghdad on Monday, and al-Abadi defended the role of the Iran-backed fighters in his opening speech.
As for the Popular Mobilization Forces, they are an armed group abiding by Iraqi law and the Constitution. They've become highly disciplined. We should encourage them and take care of them because they will give hope to this country and the region.
Well, despite Washington's opposition to the Popular Mobilization Unit's presence in Iraq, the US has been fighting alongside them against ISIL for years already. The group is mostly comprised of Shia militants who are trained and financed by Tehran. And Iran is also giving its support to Baghdad against the region of Iraqi Kurdistan and its push for independence also. The Iranian foreign minister also commented on the situation, saying that the militants shouldn't have to leave because they are already home. We're joined now by Roula Talj, who is a political analyst, to talk more about this. Good afternoon to you, Roula. What did you make of Tillerson's statement then calling on the Iran-backed Popular Mobilization units to actually leave Iraq?
It's known that Mr. Tillerson finds himself and Washington finds itself obliged, compelled to please the Saudis and the rest of the Gulf countries, the Sunni majority Gulf countries, in this war between Iran and the rest of them. And of course, many players in the region are quite upset by the growing leverage Iran has on Iraq and different countries in the area. So this is on one hand. On the other hand, after the tantrum President Trump has thrown against the Iranian agreement, US-Iranian agreement, it's also a way to put pressure on Iran, which, of course, when they signed this agreement, they invested they invested a lot in expanding their power in the region. So this is to them equal to the nuclear weapon they promised to stop seeking. And Iran sees itself as a big player and will not accept any pressure. And of course, the Iraqi government is also backing and trying to protect its Iran-Iraq partnership.
Mr. Tillerson urged all foreign fighters, didn't he, to leave now that ISIL is almost defeated, although no mention of American troops.
Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, Mr. Tillerson said that he believed all foreign fighters should now leave, given that ISIL is almost defeated, but he didn't mention the future of American troops in the region.
Definitely not, because now with Syria coming to an end, I think the war in Syria coming to an end, the heavy presence of the Russian troops in Syria, I don't think the Americans will withdraw any troops. On the contrary, I would expect them to send some more. However, talking about the Shia militia, I think they're not all Iranians. Of course, they are trained by Iran, they are financed probably, but they are also Iraqis. So it's I find it very hard for those troops to leave, to go anywhere. It's like Hezbollah in Lebanon. They are Lebanese, and the Iraqi militia is an Iraqi militia backed by Iran. It's too late, they should have thought of allowing ISIS to take Mosul, because those who supported and financed ISIS in Iraq will bear the consequences of the heavy presence of Iran in Iraq today.
And Roula, do you think America will be surprised by Iraq's response to this? Because they've come out and defended, haven't they, these Iranian mobilization units?
I don't think they are surprised, and probably this is part of a show they're putting, because they are trying to please as much as possible the Saudis, and but also like this is business to them, because the more they play along, putting pressure on Iran, the more money they will get from the Arab countries. So I don't take it seriously. I don't see where they're trying to get with that.
OK, Roula, look, we'll leave it there. Good to get your thoughts this afternoon.
I would think it's only a show.
OK, that was Roula Talj, a political analyst. Thank you.